officially doing the Hamilton book tag. This is going to be a little bit casual video. I got my little wine here because I'm not throwing away my shot. See what I did there? Let me just go ahead and give y'all the brief intro about how Hamilton has been the shining joy of 2020 for me, especially during all of this pandemic stuff. I am a person that loves going to concerts, live performance, sporting events, comedy shows, musicals. I literally went to see Wicked in February with my sister. I have missed that and traveling more than anything during this quarantine, and my introduction to finally watching Hamilton has been such a joy. And I have been downplaying my obsession with the musical to all of my friends and family around me because the only other person who has seen it that is close to me is my sister. And I've just been casually like, oh yeah, y'all, it's so good, check it out, you should really watch it. But in my mind, this is officially a Hamilton stan account. And I'm so excited that I'm very new to the fandom because like 5 years ago when the musical started getting all of this hype, I realized like, oh, if I ever want to see that, like, this ain't paying thousands of dollars to do it. And I didn't want to listen to the soundtrack because I just wanted my first experience of Hamilton to be live action. And if you're somebody that knows me, if you want to know how much I love Hamilton, the only thing that I love live performance or live action wise more is Beyonce Homecoming. That's the level of standing I'm feeling right now. And if you know me personally, that's saying a lot. I briefly mentioned something about Hamilton in one of my vlogs. I'll leave a link to the vlogs that I did that week, and y'all were commenting that I should do the Hamilton book tag. So this is for you. I think maybe Haley Andrews commented. I cannot remember, so sorry if I'm talking about the wrong person. Let's see if I can make it through this without being so hyped up. I'm already tempted to sing a little song, do a little dance. This tag was created by Maureen. I will leave a link down to her original tag video below. But let's go ahead and get into this tag, okay? Question number 1, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. Y'all, this is one of my favorite songs in the musical. Like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, this is a bop. The question is, book world you would put yourself in. For this one, I decided to go with Zodiac by Romina Russell. This is one of my favorite fictional worlds. All 12 planets in this galaxy represent a different zodiac sign. So everything on each of these planets is like indicative of something that embodies the sign, if that makes sense. If you go to planet Sagittarius, there's like heavy emphasis on being like the archer. So you get to see like all of these elements of like personality types depending on which planet you're on. I just thought this world was crafted in such a cool way, and I just think the concept and the idea of this galaxy that exists that has all these different planets with different zodiacs is so fun, and I really enjoy reading about it. Question number 2, the Schuyler sisters. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Y'all, I'm gonna try not to do this for every question, but I'm gonna try. Angelica. Okay, I gotta stop. Underrated female character. Astrid from the Crazy Rich Asians trilogy. And I wanted to go with Astrid because she's one of, if not my favorite character in this entire trilogy. But nobody really talks about Astrid. She is the cousin to Nick, who is the main love interest in this series. And I just liked her character dynamic and her plot line compared to everyone else's in the story. Astrid is very kind-hearted. She has a very sweet spirit, and she is really dealing with some things in the story that she's trying to grapple with, but you never see Astrid lose her sense of self. You never see her do anything where she's stepping outside of her character. I just liked everything about her. She just seemed like a good person, and it's so nice to kind of like read about that type of character in this world that's full of like all of this rich satire. She could definitely have her own little series. But yeah, I loved Astrid, and I feel like she is one of my favorite underrated female characters. Question number 3, my shot. I'm not gonna do it, y'all. A character that goes after what they want and doesn't let anything stop them. I decided to go with On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. The main character, Bree, up and coming rapper, and she is trying to make it major. She definitely doesn't let all of the odds stacked against her stop her. There are a lot of things that happen in this story that kind of cause push back on Bree, but you never see her just give up on her dreams. She always continues to strive and go after what she wants and what she has a passion for. Next is Stay Alive, a character you wish was still alive. Warn for spoilers. I'm not giving any spoilers because I just do not believe in that. I'm just gonna hold up the book and talk in generalizations, but I'm not giving no spoilers, no hints, no nothing. This is the last book in the Hunger Games trilogy, which if you know the premise of Hunger Games, I could be talking about anybody, but there is a specific character in here that I'm so mad to this day that they killed off, because I'm just like, you ain't have to do my person like that. Especially like when you hear about what life had in store for them after. I still get in my feels about it, and I also don't feel like that specific character death gets enough attention and hype, and I feel some type of way about it. And like even the way the movie did it, I don't feel like it was enough. Not over it. Number 5, Burn, the most heartbreaking end to a relationship you've ever read. This one was a really easy one. Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. Once again, no spoilers, but this is the 3rd book in the Infernal Devices trilogy, and if you know, you know. Tears. Number 6, I don't have an answer for, so I'm gonna skip that one. Number 7, the Reynolds Pamphlet, a book with a twist that you didn't see coming. And I'm not going to give any spoilers or any hints either. I'm just going to name the book. This is a book I read years ago, and I remember this being the first book that ever caught me off guard with a plot twist, because I didn't even realize, like, what? I don't know. It just caught me completely off guard. And that book was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This book was huge on BookTube years ago. Everybody and their mama was reading it. Everybody was talking about it. And I think I read it not knowing anything going into it. I didn't know the synopsis. I didn't know anything. But I just read the whole thing, and then all of a sudden, I was like, what the? So I just wasn't ready. But that was definitely a book where I did not see the plot twist coming. Number 8, I don't really have an answer for that, so we're gonna skip that. Number 9, Satisfied. You'll never be satisfied. To the groom, to the bride, may you always be satisfied. Ding, ding, ding. Do y'all realize the Destiny's Child Say My Name influence of Satisfied? Like, think of, and then even when they do like the reverse, it's like the equivalent of the Destiny's Child. Like when they were in the video and they were like, ding, ding, like when they did the little hit the shoulder and then they went back. Y'all, I love Satisfied so much. Oh, hoo-hoo. Never be satisfied. I gotta watch Hamilton after this. Satisfied. Favorite books with multiple POVs. I love a multiple POV book that is done well. One that I recently read that y'all probably saw me talk about is Let Me Hear It Rhyme. It was 3 character perspectives, and all 3 were so freaking distinctive. They all have very, very strong character voices. I never for a second thought that I was reading for someone else's perspective. She did such a good job with writing them, and each character perspective provided something different that you weren't getting. Next, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells the Story. A book or a series you feel like will be remembered throughout history. Y'all, I don't know, that's really hard. I honestly don't know how well like books will age. Maybe I'll do a whole video talking about modern classics. Finally, I'm just gonna do one of the bonus questions. One of them is the 10 dual commandments. And if you understand that Biggie reference, matter of fact, if you caught hip-hop and R&B references in Hamilton, leave the one that you noticed the most down below. There were so many of them where I'm like, wait a minute, what? He had so many great references. Anyway, back to the question, 10 dual commandments. Favorite fight scene. There is a fight scene in here with Inej and this villain who gets introduced very late into the story. She's such a minor player, but I loved her on the page as soon as I started reading her. Just hearing about her like in her all white, and then like the weapons that she used, and it's like this rooftop fight. I thought that it was done so well. It gave me anime vibes, and I'm not even an anime girl. It was so good. Leroy Dugo, like with the villains, baby, with the villains, top notch. That's one of my favorite fight scenes. So that is all of the questions that I'm doing for this tag. I'll leave all the questions down below because some of them I didn't get to. This was so much fun. Anything Hamilton related, I have a good time with. Have you seen Hamilton? If so, did you love it as much as me? What are your top 3 favorite songs from Hamilton? Let's just chat in the comment section. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Book Archer. If there's any more tags you want to do, just let me know. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye! It makes me wonder sometimes. It makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder.